Namaste, my beautiful queens, goddesses. No cards in this video. I just put together here 12 word expressions, which manipulators usually say. And why I decided to make this video, empowering video, because some of you might not have time to read articles, but I am sure you can get some time and click the link. I always give this link of Dr. Ramani, the clinical psychologist, the specialist on narcissists of all types. She usually does 7 types at all issues which come with relationship with them, and who are the manipulators. In 98% of cases, manipulator has one of the narcissistic tendencies. So if you don't have time, to dig into it and to see, am I really dealing with a manipulator or not? Because you have to understand clearly, my beautiful queens, manipulation is not right. Manipulation is not motivation. It's not when someone tries to inspire you to do something great for you. Please don't confuse manipulation with motivation. Manipulation is when someone uses different psychological abuse, because manipulation is psychological abuse, in order to get to use your resources. What are your resources? It can be already explained so many times, and I am endlessly grateful to research of the writer, the creator of 3 novels dedicated for freedom of manipulation, Anna Baginskaya. When her books are out in English, I'm going to show you those books and tell you where you can get them. So she got a huge research, and the video I've made on adrenaline endorphin addiction, that video explains you how this is not love, but this is addiction, and it caused by manipulation. Manipulation is psychological abuse, and some of you might think those phrases are absolutely innocent, and some of you probably heard these words very often, but you never thought that this was the method of manipulating you. And manipulating you is psychological abuse. And when you constantly go through psychological abuse, what you have to understand, your physical body is one of 7 bodies. Your physical body and 6 non-physical bodies. You consist of physical and 6 non-physical bodies. And of course, and your chakras and your energies and your flows and everything is there. When you constantly go under the psychological abuse, because every time manipulator uses these words, you're getting psychologically abused. Your system does not, please get it, your system does not make a difference between physical attack and abuse and psychological abuse. So every time those words are being told to you, you get psychologically abused, and your body produces adrenaline, which means run, fight, freeze. But you don't run, fight, and freeze. You just stay with this abuser, and then your body produces endorphins, which are opiates, which are narcotics. So the abuser, the manipulator, becomes the drug dealer and the drug. I already explained this in the video. Please sit down. You won't believe what I'm going to tell you about love. So this is going in circle. So your body reacts, and you constantly go through this adrenaline, endorphin, adrenaline, endorphin, adrenaline, endorphin. Your body starts to get issues. those issues: heart problems, insomnia, anxiety, panic attacks, loss of appetite, weight loss, weight gain, and 7 years of this can develop diabetes, because spike of adrenaline also spikes the glucose. So please pay attention if these words are being used on you, and if you are required to live with a manipulator, if it's someone from your family, maybe it's your husband, please consult with professional, or at least watch some videos of Dr. Ramani. So let us go. Phrases which manipulator tells you, and see if some of them the person you are dealing with tell you. Number one, I thought you were different. Mostly used phrase. I thought you were different. Why this phrase is used? Because it hits several targets. First of all, it devalues you. Ha! You are not different. You're just like everybody else. Of course, it can continue with, you just all like all other women. I thought you were different can mean if you in third party. God forbid you from third party, girls. God enforce in every level forbid you from this, because any third party, any story is a manipulation, because a man manipulates pretty much both of the women he deals with. So I thought you were different can mean he compares you with just the rest of the women and makes you want to be better and to change for him, means to do anything he tells you, means be dust at his feet, be doormat at his feet, and make him walk all over yourself. And it can mean you are no different than the rest of the women. You are not different than his wife, or you are not different than his exes, his ex-girlfriend, something. So this disrespectful, this is devalue, and also it makes you want to change and to prove him that no, you are different. I'm sorry, love. I'm not gonna ask you where our relationship is going. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna do this anymore. So please pay attention and run away from anyone who tells you, I thought you were different. Okay? I thought you're not going to be asking me where the hell our relationship are going and who we are to each other. So please pay attention. Number two, I think I already done this before. I am the way I am, okay? I am just the way as I am. You knew what you were getting yourself into. Again, this is how abuser puts responsibility for anything going wrong in your relationship onto your shoulder. Okay, what? You know what? I am the way I am. I told you at the beginning, you knew what you were getting to. It's the song. You knew I was a snake. I already told you. I have couple phobias. It's not really phobia. It's not like insanely phobia, but it just I am terrified of snakes. Like they are terrifying me to death. Like I will see a snake, I freeze, I can't even move. Even if it's a harmless little garden snake, I am terrified of snakes, and I just So to me, it's like I always compare manipulators with snakes, even though it's not always fair, because snake also can be the symbol of wisdom, and you see the symbol of even medicine is a snake over a cup like this. So it's my thing, but I am terrified of snakes. I'm terrified of Scorpios, by the way, as well. But I've never seen. They don't live in Florida, but I'm sure if I saw one, I'd be dead. I am the way I am. It was an old song where the girl saved a snake. She was dying, and when she was already okay, the snake said, I owe my life to you. Before I go, can I please kiss you? And girl says, of course. And a snake bites her on the lip. And and it's a venomous snake. The last thing a girl says, why? What for? Why? And the snake smiles and says, because you knew it's your fault. You knew I was a snake. So, if you hold a snake on your chest, don't expect it's gonna bite you sooner or later. Anyway, so I am the way I am. You knew what you were getting yourself into. Married men usually say it. You know what you got, you knew, because girls, many of you fall to the same trap. I am going to change him. I am going to save him. I am going to heal him with my love. Some of them using this, please pay attention at the beginning of relationship. Very often manipulator can say, I am a beast. I don't deserve love. This is manipulation. I am a beast. I'm sex addict. I don't deserve love. Now, if they even say I'm a narcissistic beast, some of the. So, what is under text with it? Save me. I know I am bad. I know I'm not right. I know. And he's gonna make the sad eyes and crocodile tears mean save me from myself. Save me from my demons. Manipulation. You're gonna save him for the rest of eternity. You have to understand it. He doesn't say it in order to ask you to save him, because a person only can save himself. If he asks you to save him, it means he simply wants you to be doormat and him to use your resources, because manipulator doesn't manipulate just for, some of them manipulate just for fun, but usually it's resource. What is resource? Anything, psycho-emotional comfort you give him, sexual pleasure, connections, talents, money, business partners, anything you have a resource. He'll find this resource useful. He will manipulate you. What you must understand, forever and ever, no feelings, no emotions, no compassion. They don't feel anything. They don't see you as a human being. He sees you as resource, as a wolf sees, and you can cry forever. Oh, he doesn't love me. Honey, you can't, cry over wolf not loving a sheep. For the wolf, the sheep is food. So for the manipulator, you are same thing as the sheep for the wolf. Sheep can cry till end of eternity that the wolf can't love her. That wolf looks at her as a sheep, but it's the way it is. So I am the way I am. You knew what you were getting yourself into. Be careful. Number 3. Do you understand what kind of nonsense you're saying? This is gaslighting. This is one of things which called gaslighting. When you know for sure it is happening, you know for sure it did happen, you saw it with your own eyes. You have to understand, the manipulator who do gaslighting, it's insane. I heard such a story, he's corresponding with a lover and she sees the text. And just in front of her eyes, she asks, what is it? He deletes the text and deletes the communication. And he turns to her and say, honey, what's going on? What do you mean what's going on? Who you were just corresponding with? Honey, are you all right? You're already seeing things which don't even exist. You are sick. You need to go to a doctor. This is gaslighting. You know it is there, but he denies and blames it on you. You know it's true, but he denies it and blames it on you. Gaslighting. They are very heavy. So do you understand what kind of nonsense you say? Also, this is devalue. Anything you say is bullshit. Anything you say is nonsense. Anything you say has no value at all. You have to understand this is devalue, disrespect, and putting you down. The more you are with the manipulator, the more your self-esteem going down. So even if you 1 month with manipulator, people not gonna start recognize you a month later. People are gonna say you were happy, you were full of life, you were outgoing. Manipulator changes you into something you've never been. Please be careful. Number 4, I thought we trust each other. Okay, or I thought I could trust you, or I thought you trust me. You saw him with some blondie, for example, with tall blondie, and he comes home and you ask him where is the blonde, who's the blondie. He can tell you that you were seeing things which are not there. I thought we trust each other. What it gives him, this phrase gives him the opportunity, so you shut up and stop pushing it. Again, this is gaslighting. This is you doubting. The scary, very, very scary part of being manipulated is that the longer you are with a manipulator, you start doubting everything. You start doubting what you know. You start doubting what you see. You start doubting what you hear. You start doubting that, your name is this and this, and it's the three biggest methods of manipulation. I don't know what, I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know what's going on, I don't know when I will know what is going on, I don't know why he acts the way he is acting, I don't know how to deal with it. All this, I don't know what, I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know what for. All this I don't know means you are being manipulated. And the longer you're being manipulated, the longer, the stronger the adrenaline's gonna create the addiction to the beast and torturer. This you have to understand. I thought we can trust each other. Number 5. All you women are the same. All you women want money, goes there. All you women want money and sex and just to get married. All you are the same. It comes together. I thought you were different. And all you women are the same. Next one, X or whoever would never do that. Again, this is similar to I thought you were different. My wife, if you are in third party and you're doing something what His Majesty doesn't consider is right, my wife or my ex, he would say my ex or Cynthia, Shmintia, Radhika, whatever, Jennifer, or my wife would never do that. And also he can. This is very, very popular with the men who, again, as I said, third-party relationship, or he just had somebody, now he has you. I've seen third-party relationship would be a husband would be doing. I already told you the method of manipulation through social media. I'm gonna repeat myself for those of you who didn't hear me. Now, when we have social media, manipulation became very easy. So if he wants to manipulate you, but it could be not just you, it could be like he has 50 similar to you, but it could be just you. So you told him something or you did something he didn't approve, he didn't consider good for his taste. So he can put on social media a photo of him and his wife together, or him and his ex-girlfriend, for example, which you know that he had her before, and something, the words under the photo which would make you feel pain. For example, I don't know, you love Shakespeare. For example, I don't know, he used to tell you such words, for example, just an example, you are my fairy tale. or maybe, I don't know, you are my Cinderella, something like this, whatever. So the words which he was telling you, you are my fairy tale, or you're my Cinderella, you're my little mermaid, whatever he was telling you, he is gonna put a photo on social media of himself and his wife, or himself and ex-girlfriend, and underneath it's going to be the word, this is my real fairy tale. Okay, so he called you fairy tale, now he puts himself with his wife or with his ex with the same words which he used to say to you. Here he hits the target, you feel pain, you feel agony. How could he do this? How can he hurt me? How doesn't he understand that he hurts me? Of course he understands, he hurts you. It's a narcissist, it's a manipulator, he wants to hurt you. How can he do it? Again, I repeat, a 7 billion and first time, no empathy. You are not human being, you are a resource, you're a sheep, or you're, let's say, the well with water and he drinks out of it. You are resource. So when he hits you, your painful target, when he hurts you, what happens? Adrenaline spike. Then endorphin. You get your dose of narcotic, and it makes you even more codependent, neurotically, psychologically, physically to the torturer. You cry, you scream, you go and walk along the beach for 15 hours like I do, not 15 hours, but 3, and, you know, screaming to the ocean, something, screaming, you're not gonna do this, and like this. But you have to understand, the pain which he causes you, he doesn't feel, he doesn't care. He not just he doesn't feel, he doesn't care. He enjoys to hurt you, because when he hurts you, he creates the pain. Pain creates addiction to increase. So be careful with this ex. My ex would never do that. He can do it through social media, put their photo of his wife or his ex-girlfriend or ex-girlfriend using the words he usually used on you, or you are using these words. For example, you call him, I don't know, the Sultan of my heart. Maybe you like Turkish soap operas like Muhteşem Yazıyor, and Sultan of my heart, like Roxalana called Suleiman. So you called him Sultan of your heart, and he put on social media the photo of him and his wife, and he writes down there, she calls me a Sultan of her heart. So your words, but her photo. Here he hits the target, you're in pain, you're in agony, you want to jump from, I don't know, the cliff. Please don't do that. You have to understand, the pain is given to you in purposely, and no one's going to feel sorry for you. You must fight for your freedom. So please watch a video which I have, maybe I link it underneath this one. He hurt me, but I still cannot forget him. Actually, I will link this video under this one. So please be careful. Number 7. I have done so much for you. How can you be so ungrateful? Guilt. I already said in previous video that narcissist manipulator hits 3 things. Hope, everything's gonna change. You'll see everything's gonna change now. Hope. Guilt, how could you do this? How could you leave me? I'm gonna die without you, or how can you do this to me? And hope, guilt, and our responsibility, like, but you're a mother, but we have children, something like this. So I have done so much for you. How could you do? How could you do this? How could you be so ungrateful? Pressing your guilt button. So please don't buy it. Again, guilt brings you down. Again, guilt makes you feel like dirt. Please pay attention if he uses that. Next, if you leave, I will die. Girls, this is really, this is serious. I didn't know how serious until recently, just recently, several days ago. I said in my previous video, a woman, 12 years with abuser, physical abuse as well. Okay, not just psychological, emotional, mental, physical abuse, all kinds of abuse. But when she would leave, he would literally take a knife and kind of start pretending he's cutting his veins. This is the performance. Crocodile tears, attempts to commit suicide. This is performance. This is manipulation. And 12 years that woman lived in pure hell because she was afraid he's gonna die without her. Don't buy it, okay? Plus, remember, your life is your life. You don't belong to this person. Please fight for your freedom. Please fight for your freedom. Be free. Next, I said, sorry, what else the hell do you want? Interesting thing, the narcissist, with a narcissist, when he says, I'm sorry, if you ask him, what exactly are you sorry for? He will not know what to tell you, because usually he tell you, I am sorry. They very, very seldom tell you, I am sorry. Very seldom. But if already he sees that things are serious, the resource is going to walk away, he is going to be, he can tell you, I am sorry. In order to see if he's sincere, ask him a very simple question. What are you sorry for, my love? And my love, he's not going to be able to tell you what he's sorry for, because he is not sorry for something. He just tells you, I am sorry, so you're just gonna keep on being on his little puppet. You have to understand that, for example, there is a type of narcissist which is called grandiose. I call him my favorite. Why my favorite? They also call textbook narcissist. This is just like such a typical type of narcissist. Grandiose, it's one word, grandiose. He is grandiose in everything he does. He is grandiose. Usually celebrities and famous people are grandiose narcissists. Grandiose narcissists have interesting tendency. His little puppet, those slaves of his, not all of them, of course, they have little differences, but grandiose and covert, these two types of narcissism, but especially grandiose. He considers that you have to consider yourself lucky for serving him. You know, that's why grandiose. He is the creator of this universe, multiverse, all the solar systems, and he's a creator of everything. So if you got his attention, if he allowed you to be dust at his feet, if he allowed you to serve him with whatever you have in you, not just he's not gonna feel guilty or sorry, forget about it. He will consider sincerely that you have to be lucky, that you have to be grateful to the destiny for being allowed to serve the creator of the universe. That's why grandiose narcissist. So, you know, not just he's not going to be guilty and sorry. I remember that. Like, how it's like it's no regrets, no guilt, no nothing. How easy. Compassion, empathy, regrets, guilt. They know how to press those buttons on you. They are brilliant. Sometimes I even admire them. They are so brilliant. They so brilliantly press these all buttons on us, and we just freaking follow into all these traps. And not just, you have to understand, I'll do another video about it, that victims of manipulators and narcissists, someone say they're stupid. No, girls, no. Narcissist will never choose some stupid, simple victim. The more grandiose the victim, the more grandiose he's gonna feel. So, now number 10, I'm running out of time. It's all your fault. I already said, please be careful. It's all your fault. This is very typical manipulation. It's all your fault. Number 11. You're nuts. You're sick. You're crazy. This is similar to all you say is nonsense. This is gaslighting. And number 12, you see what you want to see. You only see what your eyes want to see. How can life be what you want it to be? You frozen. They are frozen, okay? Frozen. And you have to understand, you can cry, okay? Till, cry me a river. You can cry him a river. You can cry him Atlantic or Pacific or Indian Ocean. What you have to clearly understand that they don't change. No, they don't. And you have to clearly understand that no matter what you do, that's just, he's going to stay the way he is. It sounds a little rude, but a snake cannot grow the wings and become a swan. I used to say the rat cannot become a swan. The snake cannot become a swan because the rat, I think, is not smart enough. A manipulator would be more like of a snake. Don't forget the cover and grandiose especially are extremely charming, extremely smart, extremely intellectual, extremely charismatic, it's extremely magnetic. So it's easy to fall for them. But if you don't know nothing about narcissism and manipulators, I put those words for you, and now you know what to be aware about. And I will put a video which I made. He hurt me, but I cannot forget him underneath of this video. I really hope it was helpful, and I hope it will help some of you to become free of manipulator and get yourself back to you and your life back to you. Namaste.